Hello friends. I hope you enjoyed watching the video with Miss Beers to learn about what you're going to be doing today. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the resources that I included in the slides to help you do your work. And then also I'm going to read my version of the story, okay? All right, so let's look up here first. So on slide 3, I have just included a copy of Assessment 18A, Focusing Question Task 3. Most of you should have your workbook by now for Module 3 in your curriculum bag. But if you didn't get one, or if you haven't picked up your curriculum bag yet, then here's a copy of that assessment for you. It goes through all of the everything that you're going to need to do to be successful. So it tells you what you're going to be doing, which is write an original narrative about the character Owl from Owl at Home, the Guest. Then you're going to be choosing a problem, and then your checklist for success means make sure I have all of these things to know that I'm successful. So make sure you have a story map to plan your story, words that describe how Owl feels and what he does in response to the wind, and words to show the order of events. So the story map to be successful is on slide 4 right here. So I've included a copy of the story map that you should also have in your workbook. If not, you can do it in your journal. Here are the problems that Miss Beers went over with you in the video that you can choose from. The wind is too hot, the wind is blowing rain in the house, and the wind is blowing Owl's papers all over the house. So that is going to be one of the problems you choose. Then, what was the next thing in our checklist for success? Words that describe how Owl feels. That will be your writing. Then, words to show the order of events. Well, we have time order words, which is something that we have learned since Module 1. You can use beginning, middle, end, first, next, last, then, finally. It's up to you to choose which words you want to use when you're describing the story for Owl. All right, so now you have all of the resources you should need, and I am going to read to you my version of the story. So here is my copy of the story map. This is what I filled out. So everybody's character will be Owl, and everybody's setting will be Owl's house. Then I filled in my part for the problem, the response to the problem, and the resolution. So if I were recording a Flipgrid to practice reading my own story, which is what you will do today, it would sound like this. Owl was at home and the wind was blowing rain in the house. Wait a minute, I forgot something. Can you tell me what I forgot to include in my story? If you said a time order word, you are correct. So I need to redo my story to make sure that when I'm retelling it in the Flipgrid that I'm reading it to you the way I would have written it on paper. Okay, so let's start. In the beginning, Owl was at home and the wind was blowing rain in the house. Then Owl rushed around closing all the windows in his house. Finally, the rain stopped coming in and Owl cleaned up all the water. Now, did you notice how this time I used all my time order words and I read my story like it, instead of reading it just the individual pieces of my organizer, I read it like it was an actual story. Now, I just noticed I had a typo here, so I'm going to fix that really quick. All right, friends. So once you have your organizer filled out and you have practiced it with your learning partner at home, like more, a few times until you feel really comfortable, then you will go to your Flipgrid right here. Or I'm sorry, you'll go to slide 7 to record your Flipgrid. It says, today you will be recording a Flipgrid practicing reading your story. Click here to record your Flipgrid. Tomorrow you will be turning in your writing. Make sure to practice plenty of times so you know it makes sense. All right, friends, you have all the tools and all the resources you need, and I know you're going to be excellent writers. So I cannot wait, and I know your teacher cannot wait to hear your story. So we'll see you soon.